Welcome to the Harvesting Wisdom podcast. Together we explore the vast landscapes of life, delving into the rich soil of experiences, sowing the seeds of curiosity, and harvesting the profound wisdom that each episode unfolds.
Leaders, you're on the front lines of our state's economy, and the health of our local businesses is the health of Arizona's economy. Today's program centers on waste, and we know that Arizona has plenty of it, even at the legislature. Improving efficiency through better waste management is one of the most practical, profitable, and planet-friendly steps that we can take to strengthen our local resource economy while protecting the Earth systems.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Harvesting Wisdom. My name is Maddie Myers, and this week I had the amazing opportunity to go to the Zero Waste Workshop as hosted at Benedictine University. The event started with some opening remarks from Senator Lauren Kuby, and then we had some hands-on exercises with true advisors, followed by peer networking. This event was funded by the City of Mesa and was sponsored by Greenlight Solutions.
Today, and a big thank you to the City of Mesa. Let's hear it for the City of Mesa. So I want to thank such a showcase of local leadership. Thank you.
Sure. I'm Catherine Blomquist. I'm the program manager with the Mesa Youth Climate Action Fund.
Very cool. And so for those who might not know, what is the Mesa Youth Climate Action Fund?
Yes, it is a privately funded grant through Bloomberg Philanthropies,
Yes.
part of the Youth Climate Action Fund, and we were awarded, when I say we, I mean the City of Mesa, $100,000 this past year to award grants ranging from $1,000 to $5,000
Wow.
for youth. And when I say youth, I mean 15 to 24-year-olds
Yes.
in small groups to work on projects that align with Mesa's climate action plan.
That's amazing. So what type of projects has this grant gone to? Like, do you have any examples of any work that's been done?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Yay.
You happen to be standing in one.
This is so cool.
This
Awesome.
whole workshop is funded by one of the grants. Greenlight Solutions
Yes.
is an award recipient in this Zero Waste Workshop. Happens to be, yay, okay, we did not plan that, but that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Is a grant funded project that aligns with materials management.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very cool. That's
It's really
crazy.
cool.
I did not know that we were standing in a grant-funded project. That's so cool to know. Awesome. Is there any information that you would want to tell anybody who's listening about these programs, where they can find them, where they can reach out?
Yes, please go
Awesome.
to the City of Mesa's website. It's mesaaz.gov/mycaf, MYCAF.
So my name's Timothy Whitney. My co-founder and I, Kyleigh, are hosting the event today. So this is really exciting for us. This is our first event bringing together the local business community. What we're doing is we're creating a workshop that's happening right behind us actually to focus on practical ways to incorporate circularity and zero waste into the business landscape. So we have about 20 attendees right here, and currently they're in breakout discussions, sort of putting rubber to the road. We've heard a lot of great stories, got a lot of great concepts, and now they're applying it to hypothetical and real business cases.
Yeah.
So it's really exciting.
Cool. So you hosted a panel earlier today in the programming
Yes.
with 3 business experts. Can you just kind of give us an idea of why that panel was important, why you picked the people that you did to interview, and I know I got a lot of amazing insights out of it. So can you just talk
awesome.
a little bit about the panel?
Yeah, I'm glad that you got some insights
Yeah.
from it. The insights, honestly, the panelists, they brought together they painted such a picture because they all have different businesses and different stories.
Yeah.
But they're all sort of connected through the sustainability and the circularity. So we had a crepe shop owner that went from sort of the before and after. Before circularity, the business was kind of tougher. They didn't have as many employees. They didn't have as much savings. After sustainability, there were so many savings, so many process improvements. They were able to hire more employees, grow their business, and then now 3 years later, they're booming. Their customers love everything they do in sustainability.
Hi, you guys. My name is Lindell Sampanero, and we own a local crepe shop 2 minutes from the Capitol. And originally we started as a pop-up with $100, and all we really wanted was enough money to pay rent and get food. And so it just grew way too fast. A lot of people heard that we were selling crepes. There's not enough of it. Next thing you know, we got a brick and mortar. And then we started producing way more crepes, way more products. And then we were very fortunate because one of our local supporters, who's a friend of mine, shared that she worked for the city and they have a grant program for reducing waste, and we would be perfect. They extended the radius so that our business would be applicable to the grant. And then they invested around 3 to 4 months with our business. Multiple people came and they just dissected everything. It was way more than what I expected, a lot of learning. But we were so thrilled by it. We were able to reduce our waste by almost 0%, but I still throw away like this much strawberries every now and then. But we used to throw away like 2 pounds, 3 pounds, not much to someone a week, but to us it really hurt us because we don't want to waste anything. Our original
new sites. There we really learned the power of innovation, the power of creativity, that when you set your sights beyond just the next quarter, but you think about being a part of a community, you kind of get creative to solve those problems. So we saw that really with our construction company.
I like the comment earlier you made about micro steps. In the construction industry, it's very difficult to save materials and salvage materials and repurpose materials. So we're just at the start of this with our firm, but some images we'll run through of what we've been doing with just materials that often wind up in the landfill. So,
and then lastly, we have a water filter founder and business operator, where what he does is he takes your pool filters, he cleans them using recycled water, and that saves an immense amount of water year to year, as well as extends the life expectancy of the filter.
Also a team member here at Filter Clean. I can't take credit for developing the company. I bought it about 3 years ago. As I was looking at buying this company, the original model was to save time, save money, save water. But I did a paradigm shift on it when I started looking at the water that we could go ahead and save. And that's 2 billion gallons of water per annum just by cleaning these filters.
Yeah, lots of great insights from the panel and lots of great insights from the event itself. What kind of motivated you to do this event? Like, why this event? Why this setup?
Yes.
Why now?
So that you're gonna have to talk to my co-founder Kyleigh.
Okay.
She is amazing. She had the idea to take True, which is something that we had learned and we sort of applied at small levels, and she really wanted to broadcast it.
Yeah.
So we're like, you know what? Let's find the people that are going to benefit from this the most. Mm-hmm. We scoured the internet, we scoured all of our connections, and we just reached out to them. Mm-hmm. And we ended up getting a really nice group of self-selected people that all want to be here to learn more and to grow their business through doing better for the environment and for the community. So it's really just like a lot of like-minded people that came together today, and it's just always great to have a room full of people that are motivating each other, educating each other, etc.
And what is your background in sustainability
Sure.
and sustainable business? Because one thing I've kind of found through this job, through talking to people, is no one's in this without passion. You have to be passionate
Right.
about what you do. You have to be passionate about sustainability. So what's your background?
Yeah, so I grew up in the outdoors. I'm an Eagle Scout, and what that means is for some really formative years of my life, once a month I would go camping. So I've spent a lot of time sleeping under the stars and hiking and crazy stuff like that, and I just fell in love with nature. It became such a important thing to me at a certain point where I just sort of naturally want to protect it at a certain point. I've gotten to enjoy so much time outdoors and camping and everything like that. So I decided to go to ASU, study business sustainability. It takes a little bit of a business interest background that I had, mixing it with this greater sense of purpose and appreciation for nature. And then while at ASU, I met Kyleigh. We started doing small business sustainability consulting. And I'm also a sustainability analyst for a computer company that's based in Chicago. So I work for them. That's sort of like my day job, doing sustainability in the supply chain.
Very cool.
In the tech space. So, yeah.
Awesome. And where can people find you? Do you have any upcoming events? What's your website, social media? Where can we find you?
LinkedIn.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't have anything else. But LinkedIn, I'll respond. It may not be 24 hours, but I will get back to you. Love to connect with people, especially if you're in Phoenix. Always down to go for a coffee or something like that. So I really do love hearing different people's stories and seeing how we can potentially help each other out.
For me, this is like my first time going to a panel. Like I haven't ever really been a business person. I've always worked in the service side. I come from the automotive industry, and it's very toxic. I take mental health very seriously, so coming together is very refreshing because you'll have days where, like for example, me and Paige get customers that don't even care about going green. They're like, oh, I'll just see you next year, And it's just like, what the heck, and it puts you down, but then we come together and it's very refreshing hearing other people's stories because we all go through the same thing. We all have our hurdles, but at the end of the day, we all have the same goal to save the earth, save whatever it is to make our future better, like one step at a time. And it's just, like I said, it's super refreshing. And it's very motivational, like seeing how many people are aware of it.
It took us less than 10 minutes and we came up with so many solutions. So it's so inspiring just to think about how much more impact we can have if we continue collaboration and mutual effort, because we're not alone in this. We think in our small little bubble that we have to do this and we have to take such actions, but other people are going through the same, issues. So we can collaborate together and we can build a community around sustainability. And this has been so inspirational. So thank you, Kyleigh, for putting this together.
That is the social aspect. And what is the point of making money if you can't give back in some way, whether that's through your product or just investment. Anyway.
No, totally. I love it. You gotta give that hook with those money savings. I mean, that's why the event today was called Cutting Costs with Zero Waste, but it's we talked about so much more than cutting waste. But you gotta get a joint, you gotta get that economic piece and then hook them with everything else, the triple bottom line.
It's true. It's actually exactly what we do. Otherwise, they don't talk to us. I mean, I knocked on enough doors, with these people, and they're like, okay, this is great, but I'm at a 10% margin. And then we open it with, hey, waste equals inefficiency. And they get interested, they get excited. And that's where a lot of times it can kind of start.
And it's not a deception, I mean, it's true. Again, the policy shows, again, Texas and Tennessee, again, they're not doing this because they're like, yes, we finally care about the environment. No, it's because it's economic development. It makes sense. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up.
Thank you for joining the Harvesting Wisdom podcast. Click subscribe and like for ongoing insightful conversations. Explore our webpage for show notes and additional resources. Visit our guests' webpage for deeper insights. Your engagement is the foundation of our journey, and until next time, keep pursuing wisdom.